The use of candlesticks is an integral part of our trading approach using what we call Advanced Candle Action Trading, or ACAT for short. I'm Vic Noble, and I just wanted to share with you the few candlesticks that we use. I mean, we keep it pretty darn simple, as you're going to see. And if you'd like to see live examples of how we use these candles, my Coach's Corner partner, Darko, does a pre-market analysis, what we call PMA video, every single day. And you can now get one of these absolutely free, right? So you can see exactly what we do. No strings attached. You can just have a look at it. There's a link in the text below this email, so go for it. Okay, there are tons of books and courses out there on candlestick patterns. I've been at this a very long time, and personally, I think candlestick patterns have been made to be way too, I don't know, I guess, lots of mystique built up about, secret patterns and information that's totally unnecessary, in my opinion. Big, thick books, like, you've seen them with, very, very, all these different patterns. And I just saw a website that had 41 different candlestick patterns. 41. I watched a YouTube video. It was supposed to be, patterns for beginners, candlestick patterns for beginners. To me, as a beginner, it just looks like it would just probably give me a big headache, right? So I'm just going to show you a couple of very good patterns. And really, you don't need to get more complicated than this, okay? You got to be patient to wait for them. I can't, that's something that you have to work on. But I just hope that this video makes it easier and less overwhelming and less intimidating and daunting, because it doesn't have to be that way. And I want you to backtest these patterns for yourself once I show them to you, right? Go do it. Don't take my word for it. That'll give you confidence that they do work. Okay, let me just show you the patterns that we use. We use bullish and bearish engulfing, depending if it's long or short. We use bullish pin bar reversals and bearish pin bar reversals, again, depending if it's a buy or a sell. For a bullish pin bar reversal, I've just described it here. The body of the candle opens and closes at or above 50% of the range of the candle. And if it's a 382 pin bar reversal, it's very strong. I'll explain what that is in just a minute when I show you the charts. Opposite for a bearish pin bar reversal. The body of the candle opens and closes at or below 50% of the range of the candle. And again, if it's a 382 pin bar reversal, it's very strong. Okay, and inside candles, we observe them. You don't need them really. Inside candle is an indecision candle. We'll use an intraday approach for that. And then there's spinning tops and dojis that we'll observe as well. So let's go. Actually, before I get to the charts, I want to just say one more thing here. Candlesticks are most effective on higher time frame charts. Okay, use the higher time frames to set up great trading opportunities on the lower time frames. And the reason is because higher time frames have more strength, and we want to be trading with the higher strength. And this is really the crux of our approach, what we call Advanced Candle Action Trading, ACAT is what we call it. And it's just a very effective way to trade. Also, just because we see a candlestick pattern on a higher time frame chart, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to take a trade. It's important to consider where the pattern occurs. And for us, it needs to be at a level, the pattern's got to occur at a level of expected support or resistance. And if we have a candlestick pattern at a level of expected support or resistance, then we go to a smaller time frame and we find an entry that gives us a small pip risk compared to the reward potential. That's another story. I just want to focus on candlestick patterns for now. So let's go and look at some examples right here. And I'm going to show you, this is some pin bar buying signals here. This is on the British pound yen. Doesn't really matter. You can put this on any chart. This is a pin bar. This is a pin bar. Now I want to just zoom here a little bit, zoom in for a little bit. When I talked about a 382 pin bar, okay, see this little black dashed line? I put that on there because if you measured from the low up to the high, that's around the 38.2% retracement. Okay, that's a Fibonacci number, but it just gives you a good idea that we have a very strong candle. And that's called a 382 pin bar. Okay, 382 pin bar reversal. Here's another one down here, right? It opened and closed above 38.2% retracement from the low to the high. Okay, and it's the opposite for a sell. Let me take this off of here. We don't need it. And why have I got this level drawn off? And this is what's really important. I'm going to just go down. I want to show you what a great level this was. And this is how we set trades up. Like it's pretty simple, really. This is a weekly chart. All right. And this is where these, with that daily chart as I just showed you, this is a weekly chart. Why do you think I have this level drawn off? Look left. Do you think that was a good level of support? It was fantastic. Like that was back in 2016. We're now in 2019, 3 years later. And look at the reaction off of that level. That's why we keep these. Look at this level of support. Look what happens, 3 years later, right? It actually supports for a bit, then it crashes below, then it comes back up. But anyway, the point is, this is a very good level of support. So we go down to our daily chart and we go, oh, we're at weekly support, and we get this pin bar reversal. This tells us that we want to look for a buying opportunity on this pair, okay? You see the low of this red candle right here, the close, of this red candle? It's very common that price will come down and test that before going up, which is exactly what happened. Goes up into here. Here's an inside candle. I've got it marked here, inside candle. That's an indecision. We don't know what's going to happen. Price goes down and up. It just chops around. There's nothing in here that would make us want to be getting short at this point, okay? And then it comes down and hits the same level. Is it going to hold this time? Does it ever? Another pin bar reversal and straight up. Okay? Then it goes up and up and up, and it finally stops going up when it hits this level of resistance. Remember that was very close on that weekly chart as well. And there's a what we call a spinning top. That's where let me just zoom that in a little bit here. The body, the wicks above and below the body are pretty much the same. It's not a pin bar, right? The next candle, what is this? This is like a pin bar reversal, but it's at resistance. We don't want to be buying at resistance. We want to be thinking about selling at resistance. And then what happens the next day? A bearish engulfing candle, where the body of this red candle completely engulfs the body and even goes down below the wick of this prior candle here. Okay, so that's just a real negative sign, and you want to be trying to sell the next day. Make sense? I hope. Let's go to a pin bar buying. A pin bar selling opportunity. And we had recently here, I was on the Euro CAD pair. And so again, here's a daily chart. Remember I said that we don't take these trades unless they're at a level of support or resistance. Look at this resistance over here. Price breaks through, it comes back. Look at how it was support. Price breaks down and comes back, and now it's resistance. Well, this is no reason to sell. This is all very bullish. And then there's a gap down. This was a Sunday opening gap. Price comes up. Here's a little kind of a spinning top. And then look what it does. Price goes up and touches this support resistance line. And we have a 382 pin bar reversal. The next day, remember I said price usually comes back up into this level here? That's where it came up to. Higher high stop loss. What a move down. Actually, we had members that took this for like 160 pips of profit. It was about a 4-to-1 reward risk, if I recall. But I just wanted to show you where you use it. It's at resistance, right? And what the candlestick looks like. And just before we go here, I should show you an example of a bullish engulfing candle. Actually, I'll show you one from today. I'm recording this on October the 1st of 2019. It was on the Euro Swiss. We were trying to get long. We just never got filled. But yeah, if you look at this, I mean, this is one heck of a level of support, right? So when price came down to it, we're watching it, and all of a sudden, boom, we get this big explosion. That's a bullish engulfing candle. See how it just takes out, it engulfs the entire body. Plus, it went above the wick here. But we were trying to buy it earlier in the day. It actually went straight up. by the way, look where it stopped. Now, isn't that magical? Were we expecting this to be resistance? For sure we were, and so now the trade's over because we've already hit an opposing level. But anyway, I hope all of that makes sense to you. You only need a couple of candlestick patterns, guys. You don't have to make this really complicated. So I hope that helps. So I hope that was useful. Keep it simple, right? Don't get all hung up on a bunch of candlestick patterns. You'll go nuts trying to figure it all out, right? And again, if you want to see how we do it live and ahead of time, not after the fact, click the link in the body of the text below this video and we'll give you a free sample every week. All right? Remember to hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. And if you want to see more videos from us in the future, please hit the follow button and click that little bell so that you get notified whenever we put out a new video. And I have a question for you. Will this video help you simplify the use of candlesticks? Okay, I'd really appreciate the feedback. I know that most people don't use candlesticks as effectively as they could, so I really do hope that this little video helps out. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. Take care.